What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How are we feeling?
Wednesday.
Middle of the week. We had some exciting things this morning and last night that you guys will see on Friday's episode. Yay! That we can't wait for. So that's just a quick little tease.
Yep.
And it's been a great morning. So how are we feeling?
Definitely. Should we exciting guest?
Yes, exciting guest.
You know, can we say exciting guest?
Very, very exciting guest.
And I will say, I think it is worth hype. You know, it's not a Katy Perry callback.
No, I almost think that we are not hyping it up enough, but we have learned from
sure. Well, we have
learned from Katy Perry.
Well, we just don't know how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll just come in with the element of surprise,
right?
Then, because maybe we're really excited for something, but I think everyone's gonna be very excited for this one for Friday's episode. It's gonna be a fun way to close it out. We're doing some fun stuff this week.
Mm-hmm.
Holiday cheer.
A lot of holiday cheer, a lot of movies.
A lot of movies come out this time of year. And it's like the big ones around awards season and all those things. We're going to see Marty Supreme.
Yes, we are.
Tonight we'll have, as you guys are all listening to this, we'll have seen it.
Yeah. So we'll do a little recap on Friday.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it on Friday. But we got invited to the premiere, which is in Times Square on Tuesday night. So that's going to be really cool.
Very exciting.
I'm assuming all the theaters are going to be full and it's going to be a lot of fun. Love going to, we've been talking about wanting to see this movie. So it's perfect. It's it fell right into our laps.
Yes, I'm very, very excited for that. And, we saw another fantastic movie last night that we'll be talking about on Friday with our guest. That really is such a good movie. I can't wait to talk more about it on Friday. I know we're doing a lot of teasing, but it is totally worth it. But like you said, holidays, holiday cheer, Christmas right around the corner, Hanukkah. There is, a lot of holiday spirit in the air right now. And I was thinking about something recently that really upset me, and I sort of apologized.
It's just flipping on the holidays.
No, I know, but it's because the holidays are around the corner, and it had me thinking. And I've seen some videos about it recently, which kind of reminded me. And growing up, we didn't get a lot of things throughout the year. You know what I mean? Any clothes and stuff. It was Christmas. That was the time that we got new things. And when you get a little bit older, when you become a teenager, sometimes you could be a little bit brattier about, something your parents got you or clothes they picked out for you. For sure. Or, and I had this flashback of just thinking about my mom, being a little upset, Christmas morning if we didn't have the reaction that she was hoping for. And it hurt my heart so much thinking about it. And I apologized to my mom because I was like, you don't think about it as a kid.
Yeah.
But when you get older and you everything fully develops and you think about how much, your parents do for you and they, save up for Christmas time to give you the present. And then you're a spoiled little brat and you don't even realize how hard they're working. It hit my heart recently, and I just felt so bad thinking about my younger self and maybe not giving the right reaction, or even my siblings not giving the right reaction.
Bratty teenagers.
And you it's all very normal. But I said something to my mom, and I was like, and she was like, it does hurt.
Yeah,
but
of
as
course.
a parent, you kind of just move along because that you are dealing with,
or it's the first year that
hormonal teenagers.
Yeah, the first year that you start to get more clothes than toys.
Yeah.
And you're like, where's the toys?
Well, that's the sort of videos.
Why did I just get clothes? And you're looking back and you're like that. Yeah, that's one of the, I feel that's a prime, that age shift where it's
it is.
Well, you're at the point where you're going to start getting clothes for Christmas.
Right.
I want clothes.
Yeah.
And
I saw.
Now you're being just a little brat.
Yeah. Because that's the kind of videos I was seeing was when you open up, and it's the white box and it's going to be clothes. And it was all the reactions to that, which are very funny videos and very relatable.
Yeah.
But I'm just, it just struck a chord with me where I was like, damn, you know, like you don't get anything that, you know, you don't get much throughout the year. Then Christmas comes, it's that time, like my parents were excited to give us things, and then you just pull a bitchy move.
For sure.
You're like, I don't like this shirt, or I don't like this.
Or like when relatives would start to do it, it's like when you'd be like, ugh, well, I got a sweater from my aunt. You're you're being such a brat.
It turns around now.
Yeah.
Because now I get so fucking excited to get socks.
Yeah.
Like if my mom gives me socks or my aunt gives me socks, I'm thrilled. I'm always losing my socks, even though, you know what I mean? And like it comes around and you get excited again about the smaller things that you once were upset about as a growing teen.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm sorry to your mom.
I think every
I think every mom probably
guilty of that.
I think every mom probably deserves that apology.
Right, that's how I felt. I just you
Sorry,
know.
Mom.
Yeah. Exactly. There you go. It's you can apologize to your mom now.
I'm sure
about
that
it.
there's times. I'm sure there are plenty of times that I did it as well. But big culprit of my younger sister, not to throw her under the bus. Well, because growing up, my sister and my mom and I, no matter what age, always kind of like agreed on clothes. Just in sense of style. Like I liked what she had and that kind of thing. And there were many a years that Gia did not. Like she had her middle school phase, like was definitely different stuff. And like my mom would try and get her stuff for Christmas and she'd like open it and be like, I hate this. And we're like, okay. And then eventually my mom was like, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to even try. Like here's a gift card. Like get your, what, you know, so, but yeah, it's you. And I think Gia would feel the exact same way now. And now it's funny because she is starting to dress more like how I think my mom dresses. Yeah. And I can tell when my mom comments on her TikToks of her outfits, liking her outfits.
Exactly.
Right. I'm like, wow, that's finally coming together. My mom being like, wow, Gia, cute outfit.
Yeah, you're like, you know, Laura's liking that outfit.
Yeah. Or like my mom and Gia would go shopping. And she'd be like, my mom would make Gia try on all the stuff that she just like, it was like, they just did not agree on the same clothes, but now it's all coming back around.
Yeah. And it just, you know, you appreciate your parent when you think like, you know, it was not often that we would get something new.
Right.
And so they would be excited to give us things on Christmas because that was the time that they, you know, and then it's like, oh, well, my kid's just going to be a fucking asshole, you know, because you don't realize the things that your parents are going through.
No. You're living in your own,
you're living in your own world,
selfish world.
Exactly. And you just don't get it until you get older and you see all the,
all you care about is like what your friends are getting.
Right. And you're
like, well, so-and-so got this.
Yes. Which, you know, you come from different places and people are going to get different things, and you go to school and so got that and you didn't get this, and you're like, oh my God, my kid's an asshole. But just the holiday, you know, reflection.
Right. No, that you're not wrong. Abercrombie's new party collection just dropped in time for all those events that you have coming up, because we're here for that time. Holiday season, New Year's Eve, satin sparkle sequins for a night out. I know when you're looking for that New Year's Eve outfit, those are always the things everybody's looking for, a little pop of sequins or sparkle. Plus, Abercrombie has the best denim, going out tops, sweaters, coats. Oh my gosh, Abercrombie is the best coats. I've been wearing this faux fur coat that I am obsessed with. I wear it everywhere. It's one of my favorites. And they have amazing trench coats and the also vegan leather jackets, which are amazing. YPB, Abercrombie's active brand, also has an all-new drop that can help you with those recovery days, whether you're headed to the gym or just running around, running some errands, wanting to be comfortable. It is so soft, and you can really layer it for pre, post-workout, whatever you want. And of course, that time between Christmas and New Year's Eve where you're lounging, you're watching TV, maybe you're being a little couch potato for some of those days. Abercrombie sweat sets, oh my gosh, they're the best. So cozy. The sweatshirts and sweatpants are amazing. So bring the party in Abercrombie this season. Shop in the app, online, or in stores. I have to start getting gifts for like my younger both sides we do like a Secret Santa for the cousins. So it's not like because there's a lot of us.
Yes, us too.
So you just, you get one cousin, you get them a gift. And I have, all my cousins are younger than me. Like I'm the oldest on both sides. So I'm like, oh my God, I have reached the point, like I am at that age where I don't know what these guys like. So I'm like, I have to text my aunt to be like, what are they into what's cool these days?
Yeah, and you would like to think that you know what's cool, but
no, for a hope he's not listening. For like a boy that's just graduated college, no idea. No idea. Could be anything.
College, a guy who just graduated, a boy just graduated college could be anything.
Might as well be an alien to me.
Right.
I have no idea what they like.
He could be an older soul, or he could be stuck in college.
I know. I was like, here's a bottle of vodka. Like,
come have fun. I have my fucking sister, and I think she did it on purpose. And she keeps
what?
So my sister,
you can't do that. No. We have a rule that you can't get one of your siblings.
Well, it's a very small.
Small pool.
It would only.
Yeah.
You can't say that there's no siblings because it's a small pool. It's just my immediate family, and then my mom's sister.
Okay.
And then her kids. Yeah. Whatever. So it's not that big of a pool, but my sister organizes it. Okay. And we've done it for the past 4 years, and for the past 3, this is going to be the 4th year. For the past 3, my sister has always joked like, "Damn, I just want to rig it so that I get you because you know me."
Yeah, right.
And
right.
I know
you're a good gift giver. So.
Yeah, and she's like, "I know you're going to get me something good if you get me." This year, I open up Elfster to see I got my damn sister.
Yeah,
and I see her.
Elfster, what a new invention that everybody uses now.
It's so easy. If you
know. We all use
Santa
Elfster
with your friends or family.
Yeah.
I get this. I see her. I go, you do anything shady with the Secret Santa this year? She's like, no. I think about doing it every year. Why?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know why?
You know what you did.
I'm like, you know what's going on. And she starts giggling. I'm like, she's like, I promise you, I didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm
now
thrilled. And then I got the feeling that she has me too, which kind of ruins the fun. But the way that she was talking, I was like, I feel like you have me. We'll see them.
That's fun to do it though. Like the cousins there's 12 of us, including my siblings. So like whatever, all the grandkids, I should say. It's 12 of us on my dad's side, 11 on my mom's. So just that is, all the full cousin swap.
That makes it a little bit harder.
Yeah. Well, it's either nice because it's like sometimes I get one of my cousins that's closer to my age, which I'm like, easy, I can figure that out. Or my much younger cousins.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's side is also easy because everybody's an Eagles fan. So it's just like Eagles gear is exchanged.
Very easy.
Often. Yeah. With that family. It's like, oh, here's the new Eagles sweatshirt. Here's the new Eagles hat. Here's a lot of Eagles stuff. Or I get my youngest cousin on my mom's side, which is fun because she's still really little. So I'm like, that's when I'm like, ooh, I'm walking into that toy store and I'm like, hell yeah. What's the cool toy right now?
It's really cool to see the new toys that they have.
It is, but let me tell you, they got a lot of stuff. There's everything.
They do. They have
one
it all
year.
now.
I got her. It was actually a couple years ago. I had her, and they had a full, Dyson air wrap for a child. It was
absurd.
It was absurd.
Yeah.
It was wasn't a real, obviously not a real blow dryer, but it made noise and sounds and looked like the Dyson air wrap.
That's crazy.
I was like, this is crazy.
Did you see recently Shay Mitchell make those face masks for kids?
Yeah, I did.
There was such a big uproar about this.
Yeah.
And, my take on it when I first saw it, I didn't think twice because I was like, well, think about, an older sibling or a mom or whoever taking care of a younger child who, they're putting on a face mask and they go, I want to do that. And, you put on a face mask that has nothing in it. It's literally just for fun. Because when I was young, I remember doing fake face masks with my friends or my cousins when we were really young, you know, putting cucumbers on our eyes.
Yeah.
And it felt harmless.
Yeah.
But I think it's just now with the way that it opens up, like the beauty standards in the world right now and on social media, that I do understand people's concern about like maybe it opening up that doorway for kids to be like, oh, I need to do this and I need to do this to be prettier or whatever when you don't need those things. Maybe when we were younger, it was more harmless because there wasn't so much of that like online.
And it wasn't something that you would go out and buy.
No, we just at home
you
made.
Know? Yeah,
I would
it was
wet
something,
a paper towel and I would cut
it was like
holes
for
through
pretend.
it. Yes, I would cut holes through a paper towel, soak it up, damp it, put it on my face and act like I was wearing a face mask and there's nothing on it.
Which I think is different for something that you would maybe feel like, oh, I have to go to like the store and buy like this for my kid, or my kid wants this as a gift or something. I don't know. I went back and forth a lot of when I first saw that, because it was like initial outrage about it, and then kind of reading more about it and like what she intended the use for and what is really in it, and you know, maybe like after sun care, which was like a big thing too, which is true. I mean, getting a kid with a sunburn or like a little, it's just, you know, trying to get aloe on them or all those things that you need to try and do. But I think it was obviously just part of the bigger conversation of like, is this something that needs to be sold to children? You know, obviously parents are the ones buying it, but at the same time, it is different because you see people relating it to, oh, like I would watch my mom put on her lipstick and then I would want to put on her lipstick. And I understand that, but I think making like a brand out of it is what is maybe more dangerous. Because it's like, imagine if somebody came out and yes, there is like play makeup and like toy makeup, but if like, I mean, it would never happen, but like it's like Rare Beauty was like, here's a blush and a lip gloss and an eyebrow pencil that's intended and marketed to toddlers. People will be like, well, whoa. Like this feels extremely unnecessary. And I think there is like a bonding thing when you're younger and it's like, oh, you get to like maybe your mom lets you use her lip gloss for a second. It's like, well, that's mom's. Yeah. It's known that it's mom's. It's not yours, and you can sometimes use it when you're allowed, but it's not something that's like going in your bathroom because it belongs to you. Yeah, and it also brings up the conversation of like, I saw parents talking about this, just like telling your kids no. Yeah. Like, you know, when I wanted to use something of my mom's, it was like, no. Right. I think it's a certain age. It's fun. Like when you're a preteen, it's like people explore and they have fun, and maybe there's different skincare you want to try. And there's obviously the whole culture of it. You see every time I go into Sephora, it's filled with 12-year-olds. We've talked about this, you know, plenty of times before. But this specifically, like the kids in the ads were like 5. Right. Which feels different. It was marketed very young. Yeah. Speaking of sunburn, though, my goodness, does everybody have a memory of like the worst sunburn they've ever gotten when they were a kid? Yep. Like I feel like you can recall exactly where you were. 100%. It actually changed my skin forever. You know, I was in Florida. I was 7 years old. We were going to Universal the next day, and I just, you know, no, I don't want to put sunscreen on. Ran around, got the worst fucking sunburn on my shoulders, and couldn't sleep the night before Universal. And then I'm walking around Universal all hurt as a 7-year-old. Yeah. Changed me. It really does. I remember mine was a little bit older because, you know, my memory's not great, but mine's a little bit older. I was on a trip with Claire's family, and we were at her grandma's, and we were in Florida, and I had one of the sticks, and I just like zigzagged my chest. No. And did not like rub it in, didn't do anything. And I had just the worst. Like not only was it painful, but it was in zigzags across my chest of just like, that's terrible. And it hurt so bad. And I really like my skin, anytime I was in the sun after that, like my skin reacted differently in that area.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal.
Yeah, wear your sunscreen, folks.
Yeah, that's just a PSA.
Wear your sunscreen.
Another thing that you realize when you get older, like it really is so important to wear your
really
sunscreen.
It really is.
Like I'm not like when.
Oh my God.
Oh, you know what? The
I
damn
almost lost.
decorations.
I know.
I actually had that thought this morning when I was putting my makeup
putting your
on.
sunscreen on?
Yeah, and like my skincare and everything, and I have been trying to make an effort of really taking care of my skin. And I just thought to myself, like, Maria, you never go back. Don't you ever? I had a pep talk with myself. I said, don't you get back out there and say, nah, I'm not going to wear sunscreen today. I said, just do it. You know, you want to preserve, your skin.
Yep.
It's just, it's a good reminder.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into
that SPF, everybody.
Yeah, you got
Even in the winter.
Even in the winter.
You get
those rays come in.
You don't even realize. Or like when it's so cold, you like the wind burn. Just feels like you're putting some protection on, you know? Even though I don't really know if the wind burn makes a difference, but I feel like it's making a difference.
That's what matters.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, let's get into the rest of the show. We're going to be talking about some topics. We're going to dive a little bit deeper in the Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner case, which is very dark. So just a warning there. Glen Powell and Michelle Randolph seem to be making some public appearances together. The Black Eyed Peas reunited, and Fergie posted it on Instagram. Very exciting. The Traitors trailer was released. Cannot wait for January. And we have the Popcorner. So let's get into it. Batiste is the award-winning #1 dry shampoo brand. It's #1 in the US and #1 in the world. I love using Batiste to refreshen a blowout look. You know, you can get the blowout look without the blowout price. Wash your hair days ago? No worries. Just refresh it with Batiste's dry shampoo. It instantly refreshes your hair. It absorbs oil and grease for a cleaner looking and feeling hair with added volume and texture. That's another thing. I feel like as days go on, sometimes if you go a couple days without washing your hair, you can lose that volume. You spray the dry shampoo in and it instantly adds some volume in your hair. It's great on your hair. It's easy on your wallet. And it's a staple for a reason. When you go over to your friend's house and say, hey, you got any dry shampoo? They're pulling out that Batiste. So buy Batiste Dry Shampoo online or in store at your nearest retailer. More details have come out about Rob and Michelle Reiner. So their son, Nick, was taken into custody, and it is believed to have been him who came into their home and, you know, unfortunately did what he did. We don't have to get into the gory details of that. But more details have come out that Saturday night was Conan O'Brien's holiday party, and Nick Reiner was there supposedly causing a scene. He had gotten into a fight with his parents. He had been going up to people at the party, asking them if they were famous, kind of just like causing a ruckus, and people had taken note of his behavior at the party. So very, very unfortunate. It is so fucking horrible. Like, you know, unfortunately, when you see something like this, your brain just starts to think about it all and how it went down. And, you know, you feel so bad for their daughter who found them. And it is so, so, so horrible. And, you know, Rob Reiner, who brought so much joy and happiness to people's lives with his work, it is just horrifying. And the more details that come out, you know, you're just like, God, like it's hard to wrap your head around it.
Yeah, it's awful.
And it's seemingly, awful. You know, they had tried for years to get their son help. He had been struggling with a lot of different things, and unfortunately, that, you know,
yeah, it's one of those that does open up a larger conversation of the drug epidemic that we have in this country. And unfortunately, seeing these quotes of past things that, you know, Rob has said about his son and their relationship, and when they put out a project together, it was around like 10 years ago, he had done an interview where, you know, he was saying that he had some regrets about how he had handled him and how him and his wife had handled some of the issues that that they were having with Nick, and maybe listening to some professionals over listening to him, and just there's a lot of people now going back and resurfacing a lot of those interviews and conversations that they've had, which is really heartbreaking, because it's clear that there was no resolution to all of this. And it did seem like there were a lot of ups and downs. I know every tabloid now is exploiting every story that they can find of, well, this happened and they've been saying this and all these things. But at the end of the day, it just sounds like no matter what, Rob and his wife tried, they just could not get on the same page with him. And you just don't really know what Nick was feeling or going through. It's just extremely tragic. And, it was there's times he was not living at home or being kicked out of the house, but then being back in the house, and people are finding old interviews of him and him talking about, trashing the guest house and being in these like drug-induced rages almost. And it's awful. Like you just never think that leads to this. It's of course such a terrible, terrible thing. But for this to be the conclusion of that story is really, really awful. And like you said, their poor daughter, who is the one that, allegedly found them in the house. And there's just been such an outpouring of love for his family and so many amazing people that he's worked with, and the actors that he's worked with, and the movies that he's done, and everybody just saying the best things about him. And him and his wife were really, big advocates for some major movements in this country, and he's done a lot of good. And it's just really, God awful.
The whole thing, as more and more comes out, is just so, so, so tragic. But on, more of a not a positive note, but a story that I did not know, and I think now is like circulating more since their passing, was when Harry met Salley, he rewrote the ending of that movie because of meeting his wife. And
I didn't know that either. That's crazy.
And I didn't know that, but that is such a beautiful note. To learn, which I feel sad that I didn't know that until now. But it's just horrendous, and he has made some of the best movies, and like I said earlier, it just has brought so much joy to people's lives. So for this tragedy to happen like this is just so dark and so sad.
Absolutely. And I'm sure, there, like I said, there's a million stories out now about it. That is just a lot of digging into details that are just really upsetting. So it's really sick. And
very, very, very. We're gonna move on to more lighter topics, but it's so horrible, and there's gonna be more details that come out, and I'm sure everyone will follow along and see them, and it's
really tragic.
Very. Moving on, Michelle Randolph and Glen Powell had been spotted together. I think we briefly mentioned it. They were maybe spotted on Dumois.
Yeah.
Posted pictures of them dancing.
Right, the story came out. They were casually dating.
They were seen in a bar dancing together a little bit. Now they were at an event together. Crystal clear, posing for photographs.
Yeah, what more to say about this than gorgeous?
It's just one
of those two. You're like, oh, gorgeous. Those two, you look good together.
You see this couple, and you're like, yeah, it makes sense these two found each other.
Sure.
You're not like, wow, how did they meet?
No.
You're like, yeah, I get it. They found each other.
Yeah. Also, I don't know why. It's just like, and it wasn't like they were some insanely popular couple, but sometimes every time I see her, I'm like, why am I still at the restaurant always thinking of her and Greg Sulkin? Like, I'm just like, every time I see her, I'm like, I gotta get this out. They've been broken up for a long time.
No, they have.
But it's still like every time I see her, I'm like, oh, she and Greg Sulkin. I'm like, why do I think about that every time?
You're not the only one. People still comment. Wasn't she with Greg Sulkin?
Yeah.
They have been broken up
They've
for
been
years.
broken up for
Greg
years.
Sulkin
He's got
has
a
a new
whole
girlfriend.
100. Yeah,
you know, has a house, working on the house together. They had the whole thing.
Yeah.
Maybe because when we had Greg Sulkin on the podcast, they were dating.
Yeah, maybe, but I just feel like and I just loved seeing them. Like they were just one of those couples that when they would post together, I'd be like, oh,
they were just
another one that
couple.
were also another gorgeous couple. Really, anybody that she's with, it's like, okay, gonna be gorgeous. She's stunning.
She is, yes. So you know what? This is just a quick little note for like, this is a stunning couple.
Yeah.
It is not shocking at all.
Nope.
I think people are upset to see
Up
Glen
close
Powell
and personal.
maybe off the market. I think people like to, you know, fawn over Glen Powell and be like, he's a single man.
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh, maybe he's not so single.
There was some like, I don't know if it was on Dumas or something too, of like him being spotted like at a bar with Megan Maroney.
I saw that.
It was at Sunset Tower.
Oh,
Yes.
at Sunset Tower. Which also I was like, pop off Megan, because everyone was like surfacing this old interview of her being like, you know, I don't know if it was like Celebrity Crush or what, something along those lines. And she's like, well, Glen Powell. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, well, those two. So, and who know? We don't know. Like you said, the initial article was casually dating. Maybe it's, you know,
people were saying though that was because he's like doing research for a country.
Yeah. We don't know.
Anything.
I mean, we have no clue. That could be, could be business, could be friendly, could be more. Who knows?
Glen Powell seems just like a very friendly guy. He makes friends with whoever.
100%.
And
I think Greg would like, Greg, sorry. Ugh, flip.
Oh my God.
Greg, Glenn,
still
close.
stuck.
I'm still stuck. Sorry. I do love Greg. But no, I think Glenn is one of those people that would literally take anybody out to, like, you want to grab a drink? Be like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know?
And everyone's like, is this a business meeting?
Yeah.
Is it a date?
Yeah.
Like in Entourage when he goes out with Anna Faris?
Yeah.
Or no, with Ronda, Turtle with Ronda Rousey in the movie.
Yep.
And he thinks it's a business meeting and she's like, I invite you over for a date, fucking asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that with Meadow Soprano too? I mean, that's not her name.
No, she jerked him off on the airplane.
That was
pretty straightforward,
that
by
was
the way.
pretty clear.
No, but after that, didn't they like? Maybe not. Yeah. Maybe
No,
not.
that wasn't that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, wrong.
Yeah, like Entourage historian.
Yeah, this is just like a pretty couple.
Absolutely.
Very pretty. Moving on quickly, Black Eyed Peas reunited on Fergie's Instagram. Fergie posted a picture of them, and she wrote,
"We just can't get enough of this."
You threw that in there, and it was perfect.
Nailed it.
You nailed it.
Nailed it.
Absolutely nailed it. She wrote, finally got to break bread and celebrate our milestone birthdays together. What a special night with my brothers filled with so much love. 2 P emojis and 2 hearts. Love the use of the P emoji in there.
Something about the P emoji like really made me laugh. Like I know they're the Black Eyed Peas, but like seeing the P emoji,
it just fit.
Yeah.
Thrilled to see these guys together.
Same.
I fucking love the Black Eyed Peas. There is no music, I think, that can get me going like some Black Eyed Peas.
They should really do something.
Black Eyed Peas
together.
And LMFAO together, which I think was a concert that I had missed out on.
Ooh, I think it was.
I think LMFAO maybe opened for the Black Eyed Peas back in the day.
Yeah.
And I missed out on that. And I'll be kicking myself for the rest of time because that combination, those two groups, woo! God, I'm just imagining myself at this concert.
They did a concert with Outkast too.
Did they?
Black Eyed Peas. It was like a GMA like morning show, and like they both were on stage at the same time.
That's sick too.
Yeah.
They got some great fucking songs. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Bee is always good. I remember when I'm a Bee dropped, and I was just
that whole album,
the amazing album. But it was just the music video, replay after replay for me in my room. I don't give a shit about anything, you know.
Wait, you've seen the other guys, I'm sure, because Marty.
Yes.
Was it that scene where they like freeze everything in the bar?
Yeah. Oh my God. I think that's what I'm. Was there no music video? Is that what I'm thinking of? Because I was picturing.
I don't know the music
Black Eyed Peas does still tour.
I was confused that it said she left the group 8 years ago because I was like, but she left like before that to be a solo artist. So then she came back and then she left again.
Yeah, I think there was some time that she was doing solo stuff and still technically like in the band.
Yeah, because this is 8 years since she left.
Yeah. I think that was when it was like I'm fully out.
Yeah.
Because then now the Black Eyed Peas like still tour.
Do they still put out new music?
I don't know. It says the group continues to tour as a trio with J. Ray Soul and an AI member in recent years. But really, it's just like let's get this group of four.
Let's get
together.
the foursome on stage.
Let's get Fergie.
Let's play some
back
basketball.
on. Seriously, let's play some basketball with some Black Eyed Peas on stage. It would be epic for them to do some like some sort of Black Eyed Peas actual original member tour. Crush. I would love to hear Fergie sing.
That actually would be my two. Like number one, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, Best of Both Worlds tour, done now. And then number two, Black Eyed Peas. Would be a dream scenario. The Black Eyed Peas at the Sphere. That would rock.
That one album with the green head and it's like all over the screen.
Wow.
That would be so good.
Wow. What a great idea.
If they're not already thinking about that, they should really get on it because that is a spectacular idea. And I feel like, I can't even imagine.
And
the visuals.
Fergie can play like her solo stuff. You mix that in.
Yeah, you could put on quite the show. Anytime Rhea and I are in the car together, and it's like we both obviously have a different taste in music, and it's like we're looking for something to put on that like we're both gonna love. I'm like, I'm a big Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, we both mutually agree on Black Eyed Peas always. It's like that's our meeting point. Like where we can come together.
You know, when I can't find something to put on, I'm like, Black Eyed Peas.
Let's play the entire album.
That was my intro walkout song at my bar mitzvah, Pump It.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
When we were in Chicago going out, we needed to pump ourselves up. We had security Mike driving us. I think we broke the car stereo. We turned it up so loud.
I think so too.
Rock
and
that
we
body.
and we had chugged.
I was going down the whole list. We were just listening to Black Eyed Peas.
We had chugged a dirty martini.
Yeah.
We got in the car. We were feeling ourselves, blasting Black Eyed Peas.
I'm gonna be rocking there.
We showed up to the bar. No one's there. No.
That's true. That did happen.
We were like, oh my God, what a pump up to nothing. That is so, oh my God. So
hope you're hungry
for nothing. Yeah, that was a moment. But at least we had that in the car.
No, it'll always play. You know what's so funny? I think about it. Like my dad had like one time I wasn't actually with him. We were all in the airport, but he was by himself. But we were in the Cabo airport, and he saw Fergie and Josh Duhamel, and like he almost like fell off.
Wow, what a spotting!
He almost like fell off the escalator.
Yeah,
he was freaking out because he fucking loves Fergie. Fergie did a performance. I gotta find out. I gotta remember who it was with at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and this had to have been 2016. Oh, maybe even before that.
Fergie was like maybe one of my first like
2010
real crushes.
That's a good one.
Gimme Shelter with Mick Jagger, Fergie, will.i.am. It was live U2 the 25th anniversary Rock and Roll Hall of Fame concerts. And my dad had this saved on the DVR for years. Like years.
I don't blame him.
Where he would, it changed his life. Like he was like, he showed everybody the response. He was like, you guys have got to watch this performance. And he would randomly put it on in the house like at different times, and we just hear that playing. And it's a fantastic song.
There's something about dads with a DVR and performances.
But I just think he was like unfamiliar with Fergie,
with her work,
with the talent that she has. Because afterwards he was like, God, this girl's got pipes. That is true.
That is not wrong at all.
No,
she does. Really, just an incredible voice. I was going to say something else about the Black Eyed Peas, and now I'm forgetting.
So Fergie's single now, no?
Yeah.
Interested? He's like, oh, okay. And
I think currently,
I didn't realize how recent that split with Josh Duhamel was. I thought that was like longer ago. It was 2019.
I was going to say 5 years ago. Yeah.
I can't
They have
believe that
one
guy
kid
came
or
in
two kids? There's definitely one. I think his name is Axel.
You know, we had.
Imagine I'm making that up.
But she has one kid, yeah.
Please double check. Is his name Axel?
Let's see.
Because if I'm just making up that Fergie is a
Axel.
kid. Oh, thank God.
Spelled AXL.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Acorns believes that everybody has the potential to be a great investor. That's why they make it so easy to start investing. With Acorns, you could sign up and give your money a chance to grow in 5 minutes. You can even start investing with just your spare change. Acorns will round every purchase you make up to the nearest dollar and automatically invest your spare change for you. And with the Acorns potential screen, you get a clear view of how your money could grow over time. Plus, you can quickly adjust how much you're investing every day, week, or month to make sure you're building towards your goals. Ready to see your money's potential? Sign up now and Acorns will boost your new account with a $20 bonus investment. Head to acorns.com/chicks or download the Acorns app to get started. Paid non-client endorsement compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 2 compensation provided. Potential subject to various factors such as customers' accounts, age, and investment settings. Does not include Acorns fees. Results do not predict or represent the performance of any Acorns portfolio. Investment results will vary. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/chicks. So we had Sam Heughan come in the office on Monday, and we got flooded with the Outlander fans who were just like, oh my God, how can you
they love him.
How can you even stand up? Yeah. How can you even stand up next to him? How can you even be in his presence without melting down? Like this was all.
Yeah.
This was all.
We got a couple warm ups. We had to do 2 Zoom warm ups.
Yeah. Because we have talked to him before, but I was saying yesterday that like, nobody had quite literally like knocked me out of being able to complete a sentence like Josh Duhamel
Is that
did.
the one where
Like
the intro?
when I said special guest,
Special guest.
Like there is quite literally like I haven't been shaken up like that.
Yeah,
with
I
a
was
guest
also
before.
in the closet of a studio that we had, so you were like sitting like 2 feet.
2
in front
feet,
of
and
him.
I just
could not even
and let me tell you,
could not
Josh
even
Duhamel did not fucking break eye contact with me.
Yeah,
He knew what he was doing too. When I fucked up and said special guest, it was like in his eyes. He was like, "Yeah, I got her flustered." You know what I mean? Like it was like a you know, not even like a let me look away and let her gather herself. It was like, yep, I made this girl flustered.
You know, that's how I felt when James Marsden walked out of the room. I said,
You guys just can't handle a middle-aged actor walking into the studio.
Did you see me react? Sorry, there is a part. There is a part.
Yep.
In the movie we saw
on Monday. Yeah.
On Monday, that shows a young James Marsden on the TV, and I literally went, "Oh."
Fran literally we're silence. We're in like a screening room. Fran out loud makes a noise.
I was like, "Oh man, oh man."
It was kind of like a flashback though, because it was James James Marsden,
really young James Marsden,
which I feel like.
I can't even picture what he looks like when he's young. I've always pictured him like
Let me tell you, Google it, you'll be impressed.
James Marsden young.
Yeah, he was like a model.
Oh wow.
I'm like actually
kind of looks like Leonardo DiCaprio.
See, you're impressed.
Very handsome younger guy
for sure.
I like my hands are sweaty thinking about me saying fucking special.
And let me tell you,
it'll haunt me forever.
And it really, I get the same. And it's funny, like now we have had Sam on the show. This is the 3rd time, but obviously this is the first time in studio. And I still get the same like reaction from my mother-in-law, my mom, my aunt, everyone being like,
"You guys are big Sam Heughan people."
We love Sam Heughan, and he did sign those cocktail books for us.
He
and
did.
I brought that thing home fast. I said, "This thing's going on the bar cart."
I got to bring mine home.
Yeah,
he was very nice, really nice guy.
He's really
Did
sweet.
you see his comment
nice
on
guy.
the post?
Yeah,
nice to meet you in
the office. Yeah, he's
all the comments were cracking me up the other way. Oh my! One girl commented, "I'm a lesbian, but I wouldn't be able to handle it."
People lose their shit over him.
They do, and I did not realize that until
my mom called me. She said, "My friend couldn't believe you had Sam Heughan."
It's really he has a certain aura. It's a
has an effect on
he really does
older women. I think.
Yeah, and if you look, we did. Yeah, he does, and I've witnessed it in real life. When I went to that barber event in 2016, which for any new listeners, this was actually not the first time I met Sam in real life.
Background story. Fran went to a meet and greet for Sam Heughan 2016 and
working here. Just a big fan of the show.
Yeah.
He was
Should
meeting
we put the
fans.
picture on screen?
He had a barber magazine, barber clothing collaboration. Like he was modeling for them, and he was doing a meet and greet at the barber store on the Upper East Side, which was very close to where I lived at the time, and didn't have classes that day, and thought, I'll just walk over, see, if it's crowded, I'll get in line. And it was me in line with a bunch of middle-aged women Outlander fans for like a whole afternoon. Like, it was not a quick thing. Like, I didn't show up at 2:00 and he showed up at 3. Like, I showed up at 10 a.m. and he showed up at 3.
Yeah.
Because I was in the front of that
I'll
line.
just stop by at 10 a.m.
No,
and wait
I'll
until 3
change
p.m.
Yeah.
Did I get here early?
I was like, my day's open,
shit,
so
yeah.
I was like, if there's not a lot of people in line, I will dedicate my day to this, and I did, and it was lovely. It was the beginning of the Outlander craze, for at least for me. I know the show had obviously people were obsessed with it at the time, 2016, and I came home with the photos, and I also believe like a signed cover of like a Entertainment Weekly magazine that he was on the cover of.
Now you own a second,
Which I have somewhere, I think.
autograph from him.
Yeah, and he did sign the insides of the books. It was like whatever names. Yeah, I'm sure he writes this in all of them, but it was like, make me a drink, ? And I thought, that's gonna make me blush.
Yeah, exactly. And we forgot to mention that.
See, I didn't think I needed to bring that up again. The barber thing. Oh, you're talking about this again or something
Where he
else?
kisses you on the cheek in the photo?
Oh, he does kiss me on the cheek in the
Was
photo.
he doing
Yeah.
that to everyone there?
I was bold.
Wait, did you
Friends
ask
like,
him to do that?
Right here.
I was bold.
But you
Because
asked him to kiss me on the cheek?
it was like 4 frames. It was like,
It's like plant one
Yeah, it
right
was like-
here.
Wow. I don't know how that fly today.
let me tell you something. I'm sweating. Like, I don't remember how I brought that up. And I actually do remember, I think maybe
Should I have done that to the guest that we had in today?
I want
Right
to
here.
say, I want to say maybe,
No, that's epic.
oh my God. I want to say maybe like one of the women that went before
Maybe she
me
said,
did it.
oh.
Like, it was not, I don't think I was the only one, because I remember thinking like, well, if he's doing it for her, like,
He'll
he's
do
gonna be
it.
pumped when I ask. And honestly, like, nothing is also worse than being in that kind of group of ladies who are so fun and hilarious, but the way that they were like gassing me up to take this picture with him, like, because I think that they were all like, look, we're older, we're married, we got kids. You got a chance here, honey.
If anyone's got a
You were
shot.
like, you could live out
How
our
old were
dreams
you?
right now. They were like 20. I mean, I was
Okay. I thought you were like
2016.
under like 18.
No, that was when she met Justin
2016.
Bieber.
I was like 2016. I was 9. I just turned 22.
Okay, that's reasonable.
I just turned 22.
Yes.
Because I believe it was actually, if I remember the date correctly, it was around my birthday.
He's a similar age. I don't think he was much
He's a
older.
How old is he?
Late
Oh
30s?
my
God, he's 45.
Oh my God. He is older than I.
What?
He does look great for 45.
I am
What did you think? He was?
fucking
I
floored.
would have guessed like
I thought he was
38.
33.
Oh my God. No.
33?
33.
I don't know, somewhere between 33 and 36.
Yeah.
I
No.
thought like I was
He looks good.
by the way,
Yeah.
I'm stunned. I did not think he was 45.
Yeah. He would have been like,
Not saying 45's old,
No,
by the
no,
way.
no.
I'm just, 45 is not old.
No.
I am just stunned that he is 45.
right. But he was
Because
probably
I-
like around 34 at this time
'cause
that I was in the barber store.
Because I just am in my head, I had been thinking
Younger.
younger
Yeah.
for so
Yeah.
long. I thought,
Yeah. Yep. But no, these ladies were really hyping me up. I remember all, and you had 4, it was like a photo booth type thing where you had 4 slots and everyone was doing like a different pose in each one.
Yeah.
You're doing a hug, you're doing a Charlie's Angels, like you're doing, everyone's trying to do something different. We have brought that up to him.
we have.
On one of the Zoom interviews, and I thought, probably don't have to bring it up twice.
Imagine I was like, Sam, pucker up.
Yeah. Hey, can
She's
we
ready for her
recreate
next
this
shot.
picture?
Don't have to bring that one up twice. And I remember doing it on Zoom was funny because he wasn't even in the room. So I'm like trying to show him something like on my phone via Zoom.
Yeah.
And maybe he forgot about that, and I didn't need to bring it up again
No.
in person.
And I was going to, but I thought, no, I don't. if Fran's not bringing it up, I don't want to bring it up if she doesn't want it brought up.
Yeah.
You know, then it's like,
you bring
shit,
it up
I don't want to
once.
put you on the spot. And we already did.
Yeah.
But
and then I didn't want him to be like, oh, tell me this. Then I had to tell this whole story again.
Now we're on the topic, though, of Sam Heughan. Scotland moving on to the Traitors trailer just dropped. So exciting. So good. Cannot wait.
People, and I remember, you know, you like
it's such
certain names in your mind that are going to be on it. And then you forget and you see like the whole cast. Like I was watching, I was like, oh my God, I forgot Michael Rappaport is on this season. Like there's just so many people. Like, yeah, I roll for sure. But
I roll so hard.
Like, but like, I really forgot how many amazing, like this cast is stacked.
It is a really great cast and I'm so excited. I mean, just to see Lisa Rinna in the mix on this, I'm fucking thrilled about. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Rob from Love Island. Although
he said he was ready to be a snake. Snakes.
Of course. But like give us a little, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna need a little more. We know Maura is gonna bring it because she is reality TV gold. And there are so many other great contestants on this season. It was really just excitement.
Donna Kelsey.
Donna Kelsey.
Big Don.
I like this. Like this article is like Donna Kelsey says, "Show me the money" in Traitors trailer.
It's gonna be hilarious to watch her, but it is so fucking ridiculous that she's on this show. But it's gonna be funny and entertaining.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be very entertaining. You need someone like Donna Kelsey on this show to just really shake things up and throw people off.
Imagine
absurd.
the group like right off the bat is like, we gotta get her out of here.
She's too sweet. We gotta get her off.
Like she's the one that's targeted first. No, if I had to guess, there at least from like the things that I could put together from the trailer, I bet they all start to target the housewives pretty quickly. That seems to be a trend on the show. Mm-hmm. And the way there was like one moment of Lisa Rinna being like, it's like they're coming for us one by one. It's like, well, I feel like maybe that means the housewives.
I think that Donna Kelsey, people think she's a traitor, which would be perfect television if she's a traitor. I think that they think that she gave some things away because she was like, walking through Scotland at the nighttime. And everyone was like, well, the only time we see, they're not allowed to walk around at night. They get put away. Yeah, because that's when the traitors come out. But
no, but sometimes they're filming from like we've heard them say it's like sometimes they're filming from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Like so it's probably dark out by 10.
I'm just imagining sitting around at that round table and just like pointing my fingers at Donna Kelsey like you're a fucking rat, you fucking little rat, you little traitor. Right.
Like,
just like
oh my God,
sweet older woman. You have that's the beauty of this show. Yeah, is you gotta point fingers at people, and sometimes you'll be finding yourself pointing fingers at the sweetest older woman, and you're gonna start a fucking snake.
There's gonna be some unexpected feuds.
Donna Kelsey starts fighting with Rob from Love Island. Yeah, Rob's like, you're a snake, Donna.
It's just funny picturing Travis or Jason or Taylor like watching, like rooting her on.
Oh, I mean, they're all going to.
Yeah, if I'm on this season, I'm pumped. Because I'm like, we know
like, Taylor's
watching
this.
Yeah, it's going to be weekly appointment television. Yeah. And Travis will have more than enough time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really, I know there's a lot of retirement talk.
What do you think about him not talking to the media? I don't think
he's going to do it.
The past 2 weeks. People are making that a bit. He's like refused to talk to the media after the games the past 2 weeks.
I mean, they stink. I
know, but it's kind of like, but you're going to talk when you're winning and then
no, I understand. He should, but I get it. And I also think it might be slightly strategic, just like podcast wise.
But also, who was it recently that said no and everyone got very mad?
That would be Justin Herbert.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
That was like, I'm trying to go celebrate with my
team.
And they were, Laura Rutledge was like, just give me like 1 second.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, look, that is kind of part of the job, and it's like 2 seconds. Obviously, talking to the press, like doing the whole press conference stuff after, or talking in your locker room, talking at the lockers is like a different thing. But I gotta imagine vibes are low. And honestly, I had what was I watching? I don't know. ESPN was just on the TV in my apartment, and they were like talking about how that could have been the last time we saw Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce play together. And I was like kind of mind blown. Like for a second I was like, whoa, I didn't even think about that, because that's so true. If Travis does retire and Patrick tore his ACL, which is awful. Like, awful. Oh God, I
feel so bad for him.
Like that's just the worst. When you see an athlete go down and you can tell that they can tell that it's something bad.
Yeah.
is always just like the worst thing to watch. And I was like, damn, that is so true. But I also don't think this will be it for Travis. I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong, but that's like my hot take. I don't think he'll end the season like this. Like, I mean, like ending a season, not making the playoffs for like the first time in almost 10 years. And then he's going to retire. That doesn't feel.
But then it's like how all these retirement talks are already happening. Like, what, he's going to stick around for another 2 years? Like,
I don't know about 2 years.
But it's like if you're trying to wait for Patrick Mahomes, he's going to be out like
9 months. He won't be able to play probably till October.
No, probably it won't. It definitely won't be till obviously next season. But it's
really bad.
I don't know his there's stuff with his contract too. But I could see him like really like restructuring and just taking not a lot of money to go play. I know Adam Schefter was like he probably makes more money from his podcast than he does 100%. Playing football right now. I was like or could. And I was like I'm sure. So I don't know. Maybe he's just like. I don't know. He just seems like such a competitor to me that he wouldn't want to go out on.
He's been really bad.
No, he has not been good. But I sometimes players hold on for too long.
They do, and it's just risking getting hurt. At the age he's at now. But you think about it. Jason Kelce retired on a Super Bowl loss, so I think like you just kind of have to be okay with saying goodbye. Because,
if your mind is made up already.
The thing is, if he goes back for one more season and the season ends just like it did, you then have to be like, okay. That's it. Like you can't keep going until you get that final result because what if you never get it again?
Yeah, I know. And I saw a lot of people saying like, there's videos and pictures of Taylor in the box with the video camera. It seemed like she was like filming a lot of stuff, and people are going crazy like, she's getting content because this is his last season, blah, blah, the whole thing. So people are really freaking out about it.
Last game ever being Patrick Mahomes just tearing his ACL.
No, that can't be
just
that can't
bad.
No,
very bad. Awful injury.
That would be a really upsetting way for that partnership to conclude. So
yeah, very upsetting.
Yeah.
Well, can't wait to watch Donna on Traitors, and I'm sure they feel the same. And
I know. I'm excited. I'm just really excited for so many of these people. Mark Ballas.
Oh, Mark's gonna be good too.
You know what I'm already sad about though is like there has to be someone that goes home first, which sucks because when the cast is so good, it's like one of these people has to go home like right away at the beginning of the show. Makes me sad.
And you get attached to them before it even starts.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
And then even it was like when Boston Rob went home the last time, and everyone was getting attached to him and how good he was at the round tables, and having such a gamer on. You're like, oh, he knows how to fucking play these people. Like, you never know if they're gonna know how to play people. I was
so excited to see what I felt like Wells would have done so well, and then it's just like an early exit, and you're like, darn it.
I know, but then you just become attached to more people as it goes on, and
that's true.
It fills the slot. But
that's true.
That wraps up today's topics.
Make your dreams come truly. 'Tis the season to turn things up, which means it's officially time for the Truly Celebrations Pack. Like the one I got in my hand right now, delicious citrus spark. Your new holiday hero is here with 4 limited edition flavors made for throwing the rules out the window and turning up this holiday season. You can get Peach Parade, Citrus Spark like the one I have, Prosecco style, and Rosé style. It's perfect for all those holiday hangs since, we're right here. Christmas is right around the corner. New Year's Eve, whatever you got planned, make sure you have the Celebrations Pack with you to celebrate with all your favorite people. It's time to celebrate with Truly Hard Seltzer Celebrations Pack. Find it at a store near you or visit trulyhardseltzer.com.
All right, let's get into the Pop Corner where we take your hot takes, your voicemails, your opinions. Noah, play that first voicemail.
Hi, chicks. Love the show.
Thank you.
I am a huge Meghan Markle fan, and, no one can make me hate her. I love her style. I love her and Harry. However, I've been recently watching her Netflix show, which I also love, and she did something that disturbed me to my core, and I was curious what your thoughts were on it. She was making some type of ground meat situation. I can't remember what it was for. And she was mixing the meat with her hands with all of her rings on. I was so shocked and disturbed by this. I can't even fathom doing that. And it grossed me out so much to think about, the old meat in her ring, 2 weeks later. I know she can clean it, but I just feel like there's no way to really get all that gunk off. And I was so floored by this. Even, with my bracelets, I have a bracelet that hangs lower than all my other ones. If I'm doing anything messy, sticky, gooky, I always take it off. So I was just curious what your thoughts were on this. Thanks.
Absolutely hard agree with you. I cannot stand watching people like really, if you're just like cooking something quickly and you're not really getting your hands really in there and your rings won't touch it, fine. When people are like mixing things with their hands and their fingers are deep in there and their rings are in there, or I honestly, it skeeves me the fuck out. I totally agree with you. I just take the jewelry off. I'm actually kind of like that with a lot of things with jewelry on. I usually I say sometimes I'm doing something quickly and I keep it on, but like when I do my skincare before bed, but when I shower, although I take my jewelry off because the thought of things getting stuck in my rings or my jewelry, you can end up like it just, like you said, you're just like get stuck in, I don't know. You can clean it. That's possible too. But I just go with the fact that I just take it off and then I put it back on.
I'll be completely honest, this is probably something I would do. Like, I can see myself doing this. And just, my problem is I'm not thinking about it, and then I start to do whatever the thing is, and halfway through I'm like, I should have took my rings off, you know? And then at that point I'm like, well, I'm already in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, rarely am I grounding like beef with my own hands,
making meatballs.
Yeah, like that probably not something I'm going to be doing as someone who doesn't cook a lot. But like shower, like I have my rings on all the time. So I will say I understand, and the sound of it, the way she just described that, doesn't sound good.
It's a personal preference.
Doesn't sound good, but hand up, it is probably something that I would do.
It's a personal preference. You got two types of people. Ones who take their rings off,
and I drop my rings in that jewelry cleaner every once in a while, and let it sonic clean or whatever the hell it does. Yeah, and I'd be like, good as new.
Yeah, that's true too. I clean my rings every week, even though I take them off a lot to do a lot of things. I don't, it's like the feeling of it. I don't know why. I'm just like
am maybe the clumsiest person when it comes to taking my jewelry off. Like, Joe gets mad at me if I'm taking my jewelry off anywhere near a sink.
We've had this talk with you.
Yeah, like anywhere near a sink. You will know I have a dish next to my sink, and it always goes there. But most of the time I don't even take them off.
This was a thing because Fran wasn't using a dish.
Yeah, I wasn't. And there was a time when it was more in the summer, and I was just getting some kind of reaction where like I was taking them off more at night because I was getting just like a little skin dermatitis like under my rings. So I was taking them off way more often. In the winter months, it doesn't happen as much. And I will say that like there's been times when I have taken my bathroom sink, I'm okay because it's not nothing could drop into it. But there has been times that things have gone down the drain. I've actually I lost a ring down the drain once on a vacation when I was taking them off in Dominican Republic when I was with Joe. And there was also a time that I lost a very nice little hoop that I took off when we were in LA, and it went down the drain at the Mondrian. So there's been a couple times that I've done that.
So it's like just avoid it, you know.
It really is.
Avoid taking your jewelry off.
That's why. And even with earrings, like the other day, I took my earring out, and I just like the back dropped. And then I like stumbled, and then I was like, and like it's just like, oh my god, okay,
better
earring almost down the drain.
Right, better to not do it and have
better
it be
to just
safe.
keep it on my body.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. I think, like I said, I think it's just a personal preference of like what you know, because some may think it's weird that I'm like I have to take off my rings to do this, or shower or do these things. But
there's some things
what people like.
It's also like very dependent on the piece of jewelry. There's some types of jewelry that like you have had on for years and years and you literally never take off. and you shower and you go in and out, whatever. And then there's some that you like always take off. Like these 2 bracelets, I never take off. They're always on. I literally never take them off. However, I wear 2 others on this side that if I'm in and out of the shower at night, whatever, always I take them off. It's weird. It's like
depends.
just those 2 I always take off, but these 2 I always leave on. Yeah. So I don't know.
Depends.
Yeah.
Hi, Rhea, Fran, Noah, Olive. This is Desiree from Massachusetts.
So Massachusetts.
My hot take is that I don't think Kris Jenner seems to be a nice person.
Oh.
Obviously, if you've been watching the Kardashians and even just prior seasons of Keeping Up, the way she talks to people that work for her, her assistant Matthew, the grandchildren, I don't know if they're showing these videos for a bit, and because all the sisters seem to think it's funny. I don't find it funny. I think she's rude. I think she talks to people like they're beneath her, and she puts on a whole different facade when she's in a room with people that are of importance, quote unquote. So I'm just
Ellen
curious what you guys think, if you think it's a bit, if you think it's probably who she truly is. But I just think them putting these clips in the show isn't doing her justice because I don't find it funny. So just curious what you guys think. Love the show. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Thank you. I understand what you're talking about because in the recent episodes of Kardashians, they have, there was an episode that there was an episode recently that was about Kris just being like having anger issues and being on edge and being like, shut the trunk, like to somebody who works for her, and Khloe being like, don't talk like that, whatever.
Right.
I think it's part of a bit on the show. It's one of those things that I understand when you're watching it, you're like, I don't find that funny because, they are these people that have massive amounts of money that, we will just not relate to. And they're, people. Yeah. Some people will hate it. Some people will enjoy it for what it is. And I kind of live in the camp of now just enjoying it for what it is. Mm-hmm. Like I find it funny watching it, but I can see why somebody might not think it's funny because it's like, oh, well, that's just rude. Mm-hmm. I think it's part of a bit though. Like I think it's just like, oh, this is
material for
our
an
mom.
episode.
Yeah, like I think it's a material for an episode. They're like, oh, this is our mom.
Yeah.
I feel like in the business, people have a lot of like usually nice things to say about Kris Jenner.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same
thing. So I would
thing.
hope that that's actually how it is,
right.
and that this is more just them kind of picking on their mom type of thing.
Yeah.
Although that could be an Ellen type situation,
no, 100%.
like you said, where it's like, everyone in the industry is like, we love Kris because it's like she puts on that face for you, not for the people who work for her.
No, that's definitely true. But I will say, I feel like I've always heard from top to bottom when she comes in somewhere, she treats everybody pretty well. Like if she goes on someone's show or it's like from the host down to every other person that's working the crew. But for sure, that's when it's something that's going to be
more strangers to her, where it's like the people closest to her.
Yeah,
she's a little more.
Well, yeah, truly have no idea, and I haven't watched the episode, so I can't speak to.
I was kind of stunned though watching it too because I was like, I didn't know Kris Jenner was like this. I had that sort of reaction as well, but I found it to be obviously not nice, but kind of entertaining because I was just like, damn, I didn't know Kris Jenner gets feisty like this. So,
hi, ladies and Noah. I'm Jess. I'm from Cincinnati. Loved meeting you guys when you were in town.
Oh, thank you.
I was wondering your thoughts about Salley from Southern Charm. This might be a hot take or lukewarm take, depending on what you're thinking of. But I think that Salley is basically the version of Luke from Summer House, where they literally just go from show to show trying to date anyone they possibly can. Salley dated people on Bachelor. She's been on Southern Hospitality. And now Southern Charm, not being a very good girl's girl, just trying to get her clout while she can by dating anyone. And I think that's Luke from Summer House because he was on Summer House, Winter House, and now he was just on Selling Sunset OC. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Happy holidays. Thanks.
Happy holidays.
I get what she's saying. I do think it's less of like dating and more just I want to be on TV.
A hunger for reality TV fame.
Just like getting your name out there. Mm-hmm. And for Salley, it feels like something that she has been working towards and knows that going the dating route or like showing interest in the guys is what's going to get her on these shows. Mm-hmm. Let's not forget she left that season of The Bachelor incredibly fast.
So fast.
The
first episode,
Clayton
right?
wanted, yeah. Clayton wanted her to stay. She was like, I'm leaving. And then she left. And yes, she's been on Southern Hospitality. But I feel like even with those shows, it felt like, oh, well, if I'm, I date, or I want my dating life on the show, this is a good way for me to kind of become a regular on the show if you get involved with maybe some of the other guys. And Luke was kind of the same way. It was like when Luke was on, it was like, well, who's Luke flirting with? Who's Luke interested in? That kind of thing, where it's like their storyline is driven mostly by who they're dating.
Yeah, so I guess what you're calling in about is correct.
It feels pretty. It does, I was going to say it does feel like it's fairly like similar.
You have those people in the universe that are just like, what reality show can I get on?
Right.
And if I got to date somebody to be a part of it and flirt with somebody, then you know what? Count me in.
Exactly. And by the way, I think Sally's been a fantastic addition to Southern Charm. They needed someone like her on this show.
Whether you like her or don't like her, just entertainment factor.
And like whatever, girl or not, like I just think you do need someone like this.
You need someone to shake it up.
You need someone to spice it up. You need someone to be flirting. You need someone interested in the guys. Like she is a crucial piece to having a different type of season that isn't just surrounding like the guys not getting along, you know? So I think it was the right move putting her on Southern Charm.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, let's do one more.
Everybody can get strong at Planet Fitness. They have a high-value membership that supports any fitness journey. There are over 2,700 clubs, with most club locations open 24 hours. They have some of the best in-class equipment, has some of the same high-quality equipment as more expensive gyms. You can also do a full workout, strength training, cardio, stretching. Plus, they have brand new plate-loaded machines, hack squats, supine benches, calf raises. Their staff is friendly and welcoming. You can also try their unlimited free fitness training. So really, whatever part of this journey you're on, Planet Fitness has you covered. If you want to just go and walk on the treadmill, you can do that. If you want to start lifting some weights, you can do that. All the machines are so great to use, and it's good to just feel motivated, get going, move your body, and Planet Fitness can help you. We're all strong on this planet. Join today in club, online, or in the free Planet Fitness app. Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. You must be 18 years old to enroll or 13 to 17 with a parent/guardian.
Hi, Rhea and Fran. My hot take is that we have too many Mormon Wives seasons for the amount of time that the Mormon Wives have been on TV. I think that they are overproducing, and we are getting almost into the line of them being overexposed, especially with all of the crossover with Dancing with the Stars and The Bachelorette. I feel like I just cannot keep track of what is old news versus new news, especially because they do post in real time all the time, and that's obviously their jobs. I would much prefer a longer season that came out once a year, and then a reunion where we can recap what has happened since that season, and then they go and film, instead of this weird like, oh, we're filming a reunion for something that happened 5 months ago, but we've already filmed another season. We can't talk about that because it's on the new season. That there's almost no point for a reunion at that point, because a reunion is supposed to be a time to hash out what has happened since filming, but they're already filming, so they can't say literally anything. I wouldn't even mind if it came out week to week, just to keep it more in chronological order of what is happening. I get so confused on what's real time and versus what's on the show, and I think it's just getting too messy. But what are your guys' opinions? Love ya. Bye.
Love you too.
This is so fair, I think.
So fair.
Especially with the reunion
You might
stuff.
as well just live stream their life. Yeah. Like at this point, they are pumping out seasons, and I do appreciate them keeping us entertained, because I am not at the part of thinking they're overexposed, because I am enjoying them and what they're putting out.
Yeah.
But things are behind, and why do I care about this reunion right now when I care about Fruity Pebbles going on online?
Right.
And everything's just a bit delayed. So it
the
just
reunion
feels like,
of it all is definitely makes it more confusing, because if you follow any other show, and like she's saying, you watch any Housewives show, the season is coming to an end. They film the reunion, and then the reunion comes out. They talk about the season, and then when they pick up cameras months later, start filming the next season, it's like, oh, I haven't seen so-and-so since the reunion. So it makes more sense. She is very right in the fact that when you're filming a reunion and they're already like majority of the way done with filming a whole new season, everything that happened on season 3, they've already worked out on season 4.
Right.
Because they've been filming for months.
Exactly.
So like, what's the point of a reunion, really?
They just, in my opinion, just skip the reunion.
There doesn't really need to be one.
There doesn't need to be one because we're now on to new drama.
Yeah.
And now we're watching a reunion that's just like, all right, we did it because they did it.
Right. If they're gonna pump these seasons out as fast as they are,
the reunion has to come at the same time as the season, I think. And I don't know if that would make sense.
Right.
And it kind of was around the same time, a similar time.
Film the reunion not so close to like real time.
Right.
Is what you know?
The timing of it all is a bit off.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I agree with that. I do. But not overexposed. I don't agree with that fact because I am interested in their drama.
I am too. But I will say I think ABC is definitely, it is something that they could worry about because they really fucking love these girls and they do make fantastic reality TV. But I do think with the way that the Bachelor franchise has gone, and I mean them putting Taylor as the Bachelorette, clearly they see these girls as the moneymakers.
They do.
And they are pushing them out there as fast as possible. And they all have enough drama to film these seasons so quickly. And I'm not complaining about how fast they're filming them because it does make it feel like we're getting the seasons at least closer in real time than, watching Summer House a whole 8 months later. Like, it feels like there's so much more time in between. It's just the reunion. Honestly, they might just have to scrap the whole idea of doing a reunion. It's pointless at that point.
I agree with that. I think it might be the reunion of it all.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, oh, if we're getting season 4 like 3 months after they're done filming, great. But
no reunion
needed. They'll be halfway through filming season 5.
For sure. All right, that wraps up the Pop Corner. Keep calling in with your hot takes, your opinions. We want to hear them all. The number is on our Instagram, so keep calling in. We love you guys. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We have a super exciting interview coming on Friday that we can't wait to share with you guys, so stay tuned. And then on Monday, we will be doing our favorites, all the moments of 2025 that we will be talking about. So can't wait for that as well. And we'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks. You can find them at the gym, it's not even